Such as?
Well, I think he saw, a couple throws yesterday. Hit a seam down the middle of the field versus two-man. Did a nice job on a climb, hitting the deep over. He's got a quick release. He has good natural instincts. So I think there's a lot of things we can work on, but there's also a lot of positive things he's done well.
Is it hard to keep your quarterbacks?
I don't think so. Well, I'll take as many as we can get. Why can't we keep 10?
Well, you know how the losses are designed. Special teams guys and 10 guys or whatever. How difficult is it to?
Well, I think one of the things, about Coach McCarthy that I've really appreciated being his quarterback coach is he believes in the development of the position. And you talk about the league and how it's changed and how the reps have become minimized and it's fewer snaps and less that you can do. It takes guys some time now, and sometimes to get a guy in your system and be able to grow them, it's a benefit. And we want to keep quarterbacks around. We want to develop the position, and Coach believes in that.
If you had to look at Dak at this time last year and Dak now, would you see a difference?
Oh, definitely. I think the ability to have an off season where he was healthy, to get in a lot of great work. I mean, obviously his work ethic, everybody knows it's second to none. He's worked extremely hard in the off season, his body composition, his strength, his flexibility, those type of things, and to have the ability to actually go out and do it and be healthy, and then to go through, knock on wood, we're where we need to be as far as a health-wise thing. I think he looks really good. Obviously, as with every camp, you're trying to build the chemistry, the timing, those type of things. They take time. They take repetitions. So that's really where our focus is now.
What's the difference in rush from a year ago?
I think Cooper's gained some RPMs. Watching the velocity ball, he obviously extremely intelligent, knows our system as well as anybody, knows how to utilize his toolbox as we call it, ability to get out of plays, make checks. But he's really worked hard at the physical side of things too, and I think you see some increased velocity in the passing game.
A technique thing that's developed over time?
Well, I think it's a technique thing, and you start to look at how you're training, the things you're doing. The position always is evolving, and you're always looking at different ways, to increase your ability to perform at a high level. And I think he's done a really good job with that.
Last year, they let guys call plays, and with COVID and things like that, had to be ready. You think you get an opportunity this year, preseason, maybe call some plays?
Explain that one more time. I'm sorry.
Last year with COVID, they had different coaches calling plays just for the.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yes. I don't know what coach will want to do that way. Obviously, that's fun when you get the opportunity to do it. We'll just see how it goes.
And for Will Grier, what are you saying that you like about his improvement now that he's got another year with you?
Well, I think he just continues to develop consistency. I think that's the biggest thing for Will. You see some high-level plays, and there are some things that sometimes it's his first time maybe doing it, or some things that he's still learning and growing through. We've got to continue to raise his floor, so to say.
How far has he come since you first saw him, which I guess was 7 or 8 years ago?
Well, obviously a long way from, but the one thing about Will, it still holds true, even back then as a young player, Florida, really good natural instincts and awareness.
Who is your mentor in the coaching field that you developed yourself?
Wow, I think it would be unfair to tag one guy. I've been fortunate, I think, to work for some really good coaches, and had the opportunity to take a little bit from a bunch of different people. So I would hate to point to one. I've been fortunate, though. I feel like I've got a lot of mentorship and a lot of people that when I have questions or things that, maybe I want to grow in the profession in certain ways, there's a lot of guys I can call. And I think it's one thing about a profession as I've gotten older in the profession, so to say, is the ability to try and help younger coaches. And I've been fortunate to have a lot of guys that I worked with along the way that are always willing to lend a hand.
Sorry if you've been asked this already, Nuss, but the biggest growth you've seen from Dak Prescott from the end of last year to this year, what do you think it is?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, obviously he works extremely hard in the offseason and has done some things physically to help himself. But his availability, not having the offseason to be able to work and to be healthy, knock on wood, so far through camp, that's big. When you can develop that consistency in your routine because your body's right, and obviously he's worked extremely hard to get his body to this point. So a lot of credit to Dak and his work ethic and for having the foresight to say, here's where I want to go, here's the things I need to do to get there.